Welcome to the Career Confusion to Clarity series, part number 2. If you are here today, it is because you are ready to get clear about what it is that you want and get on with your best life already. Last week, we began the process of shifting your energy from fear and impatience to trust and calm. So if you missed part 1, I suggest you go back and watch that video first. That vibrational shift alone is what's going to set the stage for these next few videos. First, let me ask you a question. How many of you try to think your way to the answers? How many of you try to think your way out of your job or think your way to the perfect foolproof plan? How many of you attempt to think your way to what's next in your life? And how's that been working out? I see some of you smirking. You think and overthink with no avail. So you think again and even some more. Your brain does this thing where it convinces you to just keep thinking and overanalyzing until you reach the answers you're looking for, until you stumble upon that foolproof plan toward a better life. Again, how is that working for you? It's important to notice how your overthinking is what's causing the confusion. Yet you still continue to think in an attempt to solve the confusion. So now your problem and solution are one and the same. So of course you're spinning your wheels, right? I want you to notice what that experience has been like for you this far. Notice how you feel when you're in your head and trying to think your way to the answers. Notice how mentally drained you feel, how exhausted you feel, how the result is always the same: lack of clarity, confusion. The reason for this is because the answers you seek are not found in your head. The clarity you crave around your career, your purpose, your present circumstances, and your future are not found in your mind. Notice how seeking the answers in your mind is the problem. It's not the solution, it's the problem. So if the clarity you crave is not found up here, where is it found? And before I answer that question, I want you to take a moment and I want you to point to yourself. Where did you point to? My guess is right here or in that vicinity. You don't point up here at your brain, you point near your heart. We all do. The place where your truth is, not your fear. The place where your inner being is, not your ego. This is the place where you will find the answers. You want to know the answer to what's next for you? What's my purpose? What's my desire? What's my higher plan? What's my next move? It's right here. I'm telling you, you must connect to your truth, to the truth of who you really are. Because here's what your sneaky, tricky brain wants. Your brain wants you to do what you think you have to do. It wants you to do what you should do. It wants you to do what other people think you should do. It wants you to do the right thing as defined by other people and society. And that's why you're confused, because your head is telling you all these things that go against the truth of who you are and what you really desire. That voice has drowned out the essence of you. So as long as you keep listening to it, you can't possibly stop long enough to connect to this. I want you to commit to getting still. Forget about what you think you should do, can't do, have to do, what everybody else thinks you should or shouldn't do. And I want you to start tapping into what you feel. What do you feel like doing in this moment? What feels like joy to you? What feels like freedom? What feels light? What feels good? These are the markers by which you want to begin to live your days by right now. This is exactly what I help my clients do, and each and every one of them, as soon as they begin to play around with this new and improved compass, this, not this, the clarity is right there, staring at them in the face. And it's very clear that it's been there all along. It's just that we let all that static and noise up here get in the way of it. Drop the idea that the answers are in your head. You've had that experience for so long and it hasn't worked out. It's led you down a path that feels all wrong. It's led you into a pool of confusion and dissatisfaction. Now is the time that you open yourself up to something deeper, something truer, the deeper part of you that holds all of the answers to your best life. Clarity truly comes from engagement, not thought. Your internal guidance system is your feelings. It's the reason why when you're doing something you love, like dancing or playing a sport you love or being around family and friends, you feel light and free and relaxed in your body. It's the reason why when you're doing something you don't like to be doing, like maybe your taxes or walking into your job, you feel heavy or constricted. Your feelings are there for you to guide you toward your truth and desires, but you must get still enough, be present enough to notice the direction it's leading you in. You must stop trying to think your way to the answers and instead start feeling your way to the answers. The simple question of what do I feel like doing right now is your starting point. What answer comes to you through you when you ask this? It could be as simple as baking brownies, going for a stroll around your neighborhood, calling a friend, or reading a book. This is how you start to build the trust in your new compass. This is how you take one small step after one small step toward clarity. And remember, if you've been putting into practice what I talked about in video 1, you're already and continuing to shift that impatient energy to patience, shifting that fear to trust. So by taking these small action steps based on what feels good, you don't need to know what it all means right now or how it fits into the bigger picture. Right now, you just need to detach from your brain and connect to your truth. You just need to pay attention to when you're being magnetically drawn to something and explore it further. One step after the other. The more it shifts, the more it shifts, the more it shifts. The closer you get, the closer you get, the closer you get. Let joy be your guide. One small step after the other. And just be open and trusting to where it leads. Thank you so much for watching. If you are serious about getting on an exciting path, I can 100% help you. This is literally my job and what I help my clients do every single day. The application for my one-on-one coaching program is underneath this video. I show you exactly how to get from where you are sitting right now to where you want to be. It's 3 months of private coaching with me where I guide you all the way through. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hey, if you found this video useful, you've gotta check out Recess. It's where you get access to all my trainings, YouTube guides, and the best part, weekly coaching with me. If you are ready to level up with the rest of my students, go to www.recessschool.com. See you there.